So, um, the nickel manganese cobalt chemistry NMC, that was more common in the past, and it's still fairly common for certain uses because it has a higher energy density. So for the same amount of battery material, you can pack more power into it. And it has, some advantages with charging and discharging and, things like that. But it comes at a pretty big trade-off of the battery being more susceptible to thermal runaway, which is to say burning and possibly exploding, which is not ideal. And we've seen a lot of kind of high visibility cases like like EV battery fires. Those are NMC. And just recently this year, the Moss Landing battery fire at the PG&E Vistra storage facility in Moss Landing, and that was also an NMC chemistry. And so the public perception of those kind of incidents is bad. And I mean, those kind of things are bad. The Moss Landing fire, while it didn't really directly impact any people, it did release a pretty good amount of nickel, manganese, and cobalt nanoparticles into the environment, which is not an ideal outcome by any stretch of the imagination, especially because those metals aren't really bio-friendly, as opposed to the new chemistry, which is lithium, iron, and phosphate, which are all things that are a bit more biocompatible, certainly, because there are a ton of advantages that you can get out of it that haven't been possible before. It wasn't possible to generate your own power on site, in an affordable way, unless you happen to be sitting on top of an oil well that you own, and you had the refining and processing facilities on site, or coal mine, and you could dig it out and burn it. It's that kind of scenarios, is almost unthinkable, before distributed renewable energy resources came online.